So in this video, we will be discussing about the whole counseling process, how counseling will take place, what are the different steps, and what are the specific things which you need to take care of. So please have patience and stick to the session. We will discuss throughout this notification. CLAT has released this notification on 11th December. So we will go page by page. We will understand point by point, and I hope it will solve all of your queries. So let's get started. So the very first thing is the registration for the admissions, this counseling process. And for this, every candidate who is eligible for this registration, they must have received an email. So the very first step is to check whether you have received an email from the consortium or not, or you must have received a text message in the registered mobile number. So these are the two arenas from where you must have received a notification from the consortium regarding the registration of the counseling. So this is first step. If you have checked, then you have to go to your portal, and when you go to the portal, you will find that there is a specific area where you will be asked to fill up the bank details. So you will be asked to fill up the bank details, and you have to submit the 30,000 rupees. So the amount is mentioned here. So if you'll see the 1.3, point number 1.3, it says you have to log into your account and you have to check whether you're getting the specific details or not. So registration will be opening on 11th December. It has opened from yesterday 10 a.m. and it will close on 10 p.m. 20th December. So please be very mindful about this timeline. So you have to pay the fees, the 30,000 rupees and 20,000 rupees. Two fees are there as per the different categories. So check your category and fill the fees, pay the fees, fill the form, and be sure about the timeline. Do not miss the deadline. Then this is the first thing which you have to do. So general category, we can say it's a 30,000 rupees, and for SC, ST, OBC, EWS, PWD, all other vertical and horizontal reservation, you have to pay 20,000 rupees, right? So these are the important things which we need to take care of. Now make sure that you are paying only through the consortium website. They have their own payment portal. So the payment will be done through specific portal only. Do not go here and there and try to pay, right? So it's only one thing which you need to take care of. Then you have, see, 1.6.4 specifically say that you have to wait till you see a payment successful message before logging out. So it's very important, it's very crucial. You need to take care of this specific thing, and you need to wait on the page until you receive this message, payment successful, because it's mentioned that consortium will not be responsible for any issues relating to payment. So it may so happen that amount is deducted from your bank, but you logged out seeing that the amount is deducted, and if it is not received by the consortium, your amount will not be considered. So be very mindful and take a screenshot when it will show that the payment is successful. They will also give you an option to download the receipt from there. So please download receipt or take screenshot, whatever is convenient, because it will be very useful in the future to show, to prove that you have filled the form and paid the fee. So it might happen because of certain technical glitch that, once it showed that payment is successful, but later on it is reflecting that the payment is not completed. So it's very, very crucial. As soon as the payment is done, you have to take the screenshot or download the receipt for the future reference. So this is about the payment structure, how you have to pay to get into the counseling process. Now, very important thing is, please do not misunderstand that if you have received the email for, if you have received this invitation for being into counseling, it is no guarantee for admission. This is very important thing. Please do not consider that you will get a seat in this counseling process. This is just a wide assumption which consortium makes. So basically what happened, however seats, so there are technically in general category, there are only 1,500 seats, right? So whenever we will see, so in total there might be 2,900 seats or 3,000 seats. So you do not have to consider that. You have to consider seats according to your own rank. So if you are from general category, see that what is your rank as against the total number of seats. So there are two options in the portal. Once you open the portal, there are two options. One says view result and one says category wise rank. So it's important for you to check both. So oftentimes, so far I have seen that student has only seen the view result, but they have neglected the category wise rank. I request that please go and check the category wise rank. There are different categories. Maybe you're from PWD, maybe EWS, SC, ST, OBC, women, domicile, your respective state's domicile. So you will receive your rank accordingly. So that reflects that how many domicile seats are there and what is your rank. So that will give you a fair idea whether you have to sit in the counseling process or not. So for example, for your understanding, let's say that there are 1,500 general seats, and out of that you have received 3,000 rank in general category, right? So this is too far to assume that you will get a seat. However, if your state domicile has a capacity of 30 seats and your rank is 33, then guys, you have a very good chance to get into that respective state's NLU. So this is how we will have a fair calculation with which you can have a good calculation whether you need to sit in the process or not. So that is why I am requesting that go and check category wise rank, and then you can also let us know your state's capacity in your rank, and we will also help you to understand whether you may get it or not. So right, there are four different types of list will be coming, so the chances are fair. Just a minute. Okay, so there are some error in the font, but I will tell you what is there in this specific section. So when we see that there are two options given, right? So the options are with respect to the two things. So the one thing is that there is an option of freeze, right? There is an option of freeze, there is an option of float, and there is an option of exit. So there are these three options which was given to you, and you need to select out of these three things. So that we will discuss that how this takes place. So first option is freeze option. So let's say that now whatever preference you have given, let's say you have given A, B, C, D. Now, as per your marks and rank, let's say if you have been allocated in the college D, which probably you wanted as well, then you can freeze that option and complete your remaining payment to the college and your seat is locked. So this is one thing. Let's say you wanted B, and as per, so I will give you example with the rank. Let's say if you are targeting NLS Bangalore, so now the seats are increased in Bangalore. So the probably the general category seats in Bangalore are somewhere around 110. So this is just for an example. Let's say there are 100 seats in NLS Bangalore, and if you are getting rank 400, so you cannot assume that from 400 you will be upgraded to NLS Bangalore. No, there is no possibility. However, so let's say there are 100 seats in NLS, then the seats will start from AIR 101. The rank will be allocated to Nalsar, Hyderabad. So let's say you have got AIR 115. Then you can think to upgrade. So you can tap upgrade rather than tapping freeze, because in that case only 15 gap is there which is likely to be filled and you may get NLS Bangalore, because it may so happen that few students from this 1 to 100 may move to NLU Delhi, because there is always, like in the previous year also it was happened that 10 students from this top 100 category moved to Delhi because they wanted to pursue from NLU Delhi and they cleared IELTS. So the 10 to 15 range is good enough to consider that you may be upgraded. When it comes to Bangalore, because there is a least possibility that someone will leave Bangalore except he's getting Delhi, right? Also, it also happened that this top category people, sometimes someone wants to be in their parent state only. So let's say someone is from Maharashtra, or let's say someone is from Madhya Pradesh, but he has got AIR 50. He may get Bangalore, but he might have put up his first preference as NLIU Bhopal if he's from Madhya Pradesh, because he wanted to be in Madhya Pradesh. There are scenarios like this which you will discover when the first list will be out on 26th December. So what I'm trying to say is that if you are close enough, so that is why I say 10 to 15 is sufficient, a good number to consider for Bangalore. For Hyderabad, you can consider up to 25, 30, and likewise. So the gap in different colleges will be according to the allocation of the seats and the rank you have been given. So let's say if you're targeting NLIU Bhopal, or if you're targeting NLU Jodhpur, the fair rank is, up to 450 to 500. You can easily, get at least NLU Jodhpur in second or third list, or even Gandhinagar you will also get. So you have to see. And one thing also you can do is you can check the allotment list of the previous year. So I will request everyone to go to the website. So let's say you have got AIR 400 to 500. Then go to the NLU Jodhpur website, go to GNLU website, and go to Bhopal website and check whether last year someone has got Bhopal in even second list, third list within that range, whatever your rank is. And when it crosses 500, start checking GNLU, start checking HNLU, start checking MNLU. So go to their website and go to the admission column and check the rank list from the last year, that what was the closing rank in your respective category. And that's how you will have a fair idea whether, you will get certain college of your choice or not. And according to your preference list, whether you can get the college number 5, 6, or likewise. So be very cautious in the first list, whatever college you get. If you are satisfied with the college, if that is the college you always wanted has been allocated to you, then freeze without a second thought. So once you will freeze, you will tap the freeze option. So excluding the 30,000 rupees or 20,000 rupees which you have paid for the counseling, excluding that, you will have to pay the remaining amount of the university fee. So every national law university has a different fee structure, and therefore you will receive a notification from the university that you have to pay so and so amount. So this is about the first list, right? Let's say now you tap float in the first list because you thought you will get the another NLU which you wanted, which is in a fourth preference, right? Now, when second list will be out, again, you will have an option of freeze, float, or exit, right? So now let's say if you think that you are still close enough, let's say the NLS rank ended at 101 and your rank is 103. So there is still a chance that you can get NLS Bangalore. So again, you can, if you wanted NLS Bangalore, you can choose to float. So you will float and then you will be considered in the next time. So in this case, do not worry. So let's say that you have been allocated Nalsar Hyderabad and you want to float. So your seat in Nalsar Hyderabad will not be rejected unless and until you will get NLS Bangalore. Because only and only if someone leaves NLS Bangalore, your candidature will be forwarded, and that's how the other ones who are at the back waiting for Nalsar to be vacated, they will get at Nalsar. So do not worry. So let's say that you got NLIU Bhopal, but you wanted Nalsar. So you tapped an option of float in the first list, and in second list you got Nalsar. Now you think that you can get NLS also. So you will again tap float. So do not worry. Once you got NLIU and if you're not promoted to Nalsar, your NLIU seat is reserved. It will not be removed. Once you are promoted to Nalsar Hyderabad in third list, you want to try for NLS, do not worry, your Nalsar seat is reserved. So when we tap float option, it does not mean that you are waiving your candidature. It is only possible through tapping exit button. So till the time you are tapping the float option, there is no worries. Your previous college university seat is reserved and you're just checking the possibility whether you can get the another college or not, right? Now, there is one very important thing, and that is now when you have filled the preference list. So let's say by mistake, or let's say now your plans have been changed, but you put, let's say, Mumbai on 4, but now you want to go Jodhpur. But if Mumbai is in the top of the preference list, let's say you have put Bangalore, Nalsar, Hyderabad, Bhopal, Mumbai, and Gandhinagar. You now wanted to go to Gandhinagar, but your even though your rank is 200, which is considerable enough for let's say go to Gandhinagar, but your preference list have Mumbai. So you will get Mumbai, and then you cannot put up the float option to go to Gandhinagar. You will always go up and not go down. So always remember, whatever preference list you have put up, your rank allocation at the first place will be done according to it only. So even though you have put Aurangabad, Nagpur, Shimla, Tiruchirappalli, if your rank is good enough, even if you have got 100, but you have put up Tiruchirappalli first, you will not get Bangalore. This is very clear. Please, everybody make note of this. Whatever your preference list is, you will get the university accordingly. Now, the float option will be finished in the fourth list. You have to accept whatever university is allocated to you in the fourth list, because post that the chances are very less that you will be promoted on a large basis. So post that, whenever you will tap an exit option. So once the registration procedure is complete, you will choose the either you have to accept, or if you're not willing to take that seat, you will have to tap the exit option. So once you're tapping the exit option, your allocated seat will not be reserved anymore and you will be out of the counseling process. So this exit option is there throughout the 5 lists. It may happen that you want to check the possibility, and if you think that your chance is not gonna come, you can exit any point of time and your fees will be reserved, right? So now so when this first, second, and third round of counseling will take place, and if you tap freeze or float, your 20,000 rupees will be considered as non-refundable, and only remaining amount will be credited back. And this will be, considered into the entire admissions and the counseling process. Okay. So this is about the allocation, that how allocation will take place, how list will come, and how you have to do it. Yes, so now important point is that fourth and fifth rounds of counseling fourth and fifth rounds of counseling will happen in the month of May 2024. So major allocation of the seat will be done before May only. The timeline is set as per your 12th board examination or any other examination which are there. So till that time, the third allocation, consider the third allocation as to be the main one. And post that also, you do not have an option of float, you have to freeze or you have to exit. So fourth and fifth option are just like a, vulnerability section where, by chance, by luck, if you get any NLU, there is a very hard luck, because all the top 5, 6 NLUs will be packed up in top 3, this first 3 allotment list, because barely people leaves the first 6 or 7 NLUs. For that matter, even top 10 NLUs. So if any chances are there, it will be there only for the other NLUs, other than the top 10 NLUs. So this is very important. Now, one very important thing here, after the fifth round of admissions counseling process, the separate admission process will be begin by respective national law universities. So now understand that it may happen that, let's say that you have got a seat in the fifth list and you drop out from the fifth list, because now you have dropped out from the fifth list, the respective seat have become vacant. Now the consortium has ended the counseling process, so the respective NLU starts their own admission procedure. This is different from the consortium. Now, once the fifth list is out and your name is not visible, trust me, be very vigilant for the respective national law universities, because oftentimes it so happens that people are negligent about this notification from the different website and they miss applying. So I have seen that, a person from 3000 rank could not apply and the person from 6000 rank applied in the vacancy released by the respective NLU and he got the admission. Because awareness was not there that separate NLU will release the notification. Okay, so there is a doubt. What if I lock a seat and pay 20,000? Will other people get priority from me? No, no. If you lock a seat, the seat will exclusively be reserved for you. Let's say, understand that, for example, if you are a rank opener for a certain college, let's say a rank opener for Nalsar, which is rank 1 for the Nalsar University. Now, if you lock an option and in the first list, you will have to pay the 20,000 rupees. Now 20,000 rupees, once you are paid, it's not that the other people will get a priority over you, right? This is just to ensure that the seat is reserved for the next three round, which will give a fair chance for others to be in the process. Otherwise, if we'll not pay the fees, we can exit any time and we can keep floating. So that gives a surety to the authorities that yes, the reservation is the admission is reserved and we can reserve the seat thereafter. To see state rank, you have to go to the category wise rank and you will get a clear distinction over there. There are different categories, maybe EWS category, OBC category, SC, ST. So all the category ranks are given in the category wise rank tab. So important point here, if you have been not allotted any seats till the fifth round of the admission council, your full amount will be refunded. So do not worry that you have put up your 30,000, 20,000 rupees and you have not got seats. So what will happen if you choose to exit because no seat has been allocated to you? Then you will be given full refund. But as I mentioned, if you freeze a seat or if you float a seat means, okay, so understand I forgot to tell this thing. So let's say if you have got NLIU Bhopal and you float. So when you tap float, it automatically means that you're confirming for NLIU, and only if you get to Nalsar, you will move to Nalsar. Otherwise, you will stick to NLIU. So do not think that when you're tapping float option, you are rejecting NLIU and trying to get Nalsar. No, if you are tapping float option, it is deemed that you have accepted that admission, that university, and you are now trying for another university. So you will have to pay the non-refundable 20,000 rupees. So now let's say you wanted to go to Nalsar only and no other college will satisfy you, and since till last list you are keep tapping float option and you get only Bhopal and now you exit, so your 20,000 rupees will not be refunded. However, if you have been allotted no college, then you will get your refund back. So, Vinay, if you freeze the seat in the first round itself, so nobody will be prioritized over that seat. Once you tapped freeze, your seat is locked. So let's say there are 10 seats, and if you lock your seat at the first round, the rotation will happen in 9 seats. Your seat will remain as it is. 724 SC rank in Telangana domicile, there is a fair chance you need to check the respective NLU. So you have to see the NLU's website in last year. What was the last closing rank for the your SC category in 724? So I'm very hopeful that in 724 SC rank you will get a Telangana NLU. Fine, so your seat will be refunded. Okay, now another thing. If you have been allotted a seat for first time in the fifth round, right? And then you chooses to exit or fails to complete their admission, so then your counseling registration shall be refunded in full. तो अगर आपको पहली सीट फिफ्थ अलॉटमेंट में जाके मिलती है और आप कॉलेज का रजिस्ट्रेशन प्रोसेस कंप्लीट नहीं कर पाते हैं तो उस केस में द रजिस्ट्रेशन फीस विल बी रिफंडेड इन फुल, राइट? एंड another thing, once you get a seat, you need to make sure that whatever documents which have been listed by the respective university, you need to produce that document. If it is found that you are ineligible based upon the verification of the document, if certain document which have been asked by the university and you are not able to produce it, your 5,000 will be reduced and rest amount will be refunded to you. So it is very important that you furnish all the relevant document. So there are certain documents which will be required: migration certificate, character certificate, transfer certificate, your 10th, 12th mark sheet. So keep all the original document ready. Even birth certificate may be required, Aadhaar card will be required. So keep all of this certificate in one bundle. I will recommend that make a file and keep all this document at one place so that at last moment you shall not forget. Also, the all whomsoever is applying for the domicile, make sure that you get a recent domicile certificate. If you have not applied, try to contact your nearby notary and get this domicile certificate done. It has to be latest, it has to be signed and sealed by the authorized notary, and it has to be done in the stamp paper as well. So please be very cautious. Do not try to forge any document. Do not try to sacrifice on this documentation part, and get ready all of your document. If you think that you're lacking any document which has to be provided from your college or school, so start mailing them from now, start writing letters from now and get your document done. Do not wait for the last moments. It may create a problem for you. Okay. So, as I mentioned, these are the certain documents which will be required. Your admit card, it is very important. Then grade 10 statement of marks, grade 12 statement of mark, character certificate, transfer and the migration certificate. So this you will get from the last education you've attended. So let's say if you have attended class 10th at another institution, class 12 at another institution, you need to get it from the institution from which you have finished your class 12. You do not need to get from the class 10 and 12 separately. However, you just need the grade 10 statement of marks and grade 12 statement of marks. Admit card is very, very important. Then caste certificate, if you're applying through the caste, SC, ST, OBC, then you have to produce a caste certificate. You have to produce SAP and PWD certificate. So whatever disability you have to get a disability certificate, which has to be government authorized. And then, as I mentioned, domicile or residence certificate also to be given. Anyone who is applying in the wards of serving or retired defense personnel, they have to produce the supporting document which will be signed by the Navy or Army, whatsoever you're applying, and EWS certificate as well. Right, so this is all about the procedure, as I have clearly mentioned, how the allocation will take place, how you have to freeze, float, exit. If you have any doubts, please write in the comment section. West Bengal domicile ST seat reservation is 3 and domicile rank is 9. So here very less chances are there. So please, you may consider there is a chance that, the other people may not choose the West Bengal domicile. So it is very dicey, but I will request that please hold till third list and then it can be confirmed. Haryana general rank was 1172. Mm, no, so there is a less chance here. To see the state rank, you need to log in into the portal and go to the category wise rank and you can get your rank over there. If you have applied for the domicile, then only you will get to see the state rank. What is 15x? AIR 15x? Okay, so we will wrap. I will just tell you the dates, which is very important. So as I mentioned, December 11, 10 a.m. the registration have been started for the counseling procedure. Okay, another students are asking what is counseling. Counseling is not like a meeting, nothing. Counseling means that university will take the cognizance of your registration and they will start allocating seats to you if someone exits. So as I mentioned that there are 1500 general seats, 1590 are there. So let's say if your rank is 1800 and let's say the 300 general student exit because they did not want the college which have been allocated to them. So that is why they call, into 3 times. So it means that 1500 seats are there. So they will invite 4000 students for the counseling because it may happen that, people are leaving in rotation. So that's how seat allocation takes place. So the seat allocation procedure is called as a counseling. There is no meeting, there is nothing. Only every, so let's say this second number, publication of first allotment list. So it will happen on December 26th. So in this, you will get to know what are the colleges have been allocated to you as per your rank. And then you have to pay the fees by 2nd January. And then on 8th January, second round will come. Second allotment will come. So this is what the counseling procedure is. There is no online meeting in this. Only the university will float the specific rank. So for second allotment list will come on 8th January and then by 12th January you have to either freeze or float. Also guys, please remember that the window which is given, let's say here 26th December the first list will come and you have window till 2nd January. So by 2nd January you have to tap your freeze or float option and you also have to confirm the payment. If either of the options are left by you, you will be automatically removed from the procedure. So please make sure, as I told you how to calculate what college you will get, start researching from now, start checking the websites of the different college that in which rank last year they have closed. Check up to 5th or 6th list. As I mentioned that university will be doing a separate admission procedure. So check in that and then only apply for the counseling. And as soon as your name is reflected in any of the list, very carefully select freeze or float. So likewise, the second allotment list will come on 8th January and you have to confirm your freeze or float and also finish your payment by 12th January. Then the third allotment list will come on 22nd January and by 25th January you have to finish your procedure. So as I mentioned that by January end our major counseling will be done and only in the 14th May we will get a by 20th May we will get the fourth allotment list. So there will be a gap of 5 months. Do not panic if your name does not come in the third list. There is a wide chance that you will get a seat. So I will tell you how. So January end our third list will be over So trust me, what will happen that people may choose, Maharashtra CET and they can go to GLC over going to Gandhinagar National Law University. They can choose to go to Symbiosis over going to RML Lucknow or HNLU Raipur or let's say CNLU Patna. So by this, many students will be filtered. That is why this gap has been given. Even people may go to Jindal, people may go to BITS. So a chance will be there. So if your name is not reflected in the third list, do not panic. Wait up till 20th May. Meanwhile, as I have told again and again, that have a very sound calculation. Do not do like this that your rank is 9,000. You're assuming that I will get in fourth list. No, do not do like this. However, make your second arrangements also start appearing for another examination, maybe SLAT or LSAT or other exams, MSCT, etc. So that you have a good alternative plan. Then you have to finish, if your name is reflected in the fourth list, you have to finish it by 23rd May. All the payments and everything has to be done. And the final round, the fifth list and the final list will come on 28th May. 28th May ko final list will be there. And then you have to finish your payment, and whatever balance amount is left after floating, you have to pay on 31st May, and that will be end by the from the consortium side. So this is how the whole procedure will be there. 49,000 rank only if you belong from ST or SC category, or if you have a domicile as well, then only there is a fair chance. EWS rank 1377, you need to wait for fifth or sixth list. Whenever university separate list will come out, you will have a fair chance. Right, so this was the whole procedure. I have covered the things in detail. I have told you alternatives, tips and tricks, how to calculate your rank as per the last year's preference. So please be very mindful, be very cautious throughout the procedure. You can also reach out to us if you have any doubts, any queries. We will update our contact in the description. You can always connect with us if you have any doubts, and we are there to help you out. So this was all for today. I hope it helped you to understand the whole procedure. Please connect if any doubt is there. Thank you.